Good morning, and it says I'm live. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I sure did. I was really busy all weekend, and I'm right on track. I had fallen off track for a while there, and now my mascots are all caught up, and I'm feeling really good about it. So I'm quite happy about that. What else is new with me? Not much. Just really, I worked all weekend. I didn't take the weekend off, but I got a lot of little things that I wanted done around the yard, around the house, and with my company as well. So I'm really happy about that. I just want to put it out there that my Healing Tools program is going to be going to anybody. You don't need a prerequisite for it, although you do or should recommend. I recommend that you have energy understanding and an understanding of just how energy works and basic healing information that you have. Anyway, I've been asked to do a stone first by two people, and then I'll get them done, and then I'll go on to my list. Good morning, Mary. The first person that messaged me was Kat Underwood. Kat, this is for you, and you are sitting in the Great Teacher, and it's the it's the Great Teacher itself. It's number 16, um, and it sits in the southeast of the medicine wheel. And the great teacher is are the 20 great lessons that we come here to this earth, to planet earth, to really signify, to get to know, to understand. And we go through all the great teachers as in our lifetime, and often we go through several in a day even. And today, Kat, you're sitting in need. You're kind of in a little bit of a vulnerable state, and I'm working on. I'm needing care, but I'm needing attention. I'm needing I'm needing something else. One of your needs are not being met. And so when you get a chance, Kat, sit down with a piece of paper and write what you want and what you need. Need is what your soul self needs to feel complete and happy. So whether that be creativity, maybe that's being around people, maybe that's cooking, maybe that's, I don't know, but write all the things that your soul self really needs to feel fulfilled, and separate what is a need and what is a want, and then what are you not meeting in your needs, and then start working towards that, because that need is not being met. And when that's not being met, you're off balance. So if we can get you back on balance, I think that will help you a lot. You're also looking for guidance. You're looking for someone. Just someone show me the path, for God's sakes. I'm tired of doing this always by myself. I'm looking for a little bit of a hand. I'm needing somebody to help guide me. And so I would ask you to just sit in the flow of that. Go talk to some trees and get your guidance and talk to the trees. They will give it to you, and they will just help support you in this time right now. So, woohoo. And I'll see you in a couple weeks anyway. Yeah. So Luisha is in Alaska. And Luisha messaged me first thing this morning. Can you please pull a stone for me? You bet, Luisha. And you're sitting in that zero count, the zero of everything. And if everyone's going to look at that actually is a Mayan. There we go. Mayan symbol for zero. And the Mayans were the very first culture to incorporate or bring in a zero. So without the Mayans, we may not have had a zero in number system. So it really has helped us move forward in that. So the zero is everything. That zero is that everything. Everything's wide open to you now, Luisha. It's like the world's your candy store, and just get it there and sample a little bit of everything. Sample where you are, sample all every little thing, and just soak it up. Allow yourself to be that big beautiful sponge in that environment where you're sitting, and find joy in every moment. And it's telling you to have patience. Don't be so quick to do and to make sense of everything. Just live in the moment and just enjoy. Just simply enjoy for the sake of enjoying. And don't worry about making sense of anything right now. You don't worry about lessons. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just enjoy and soak it up. You're also sitting in your mind. Oh, all these other things that are going on in the mind. But I can't do this and I can't do that. And what if that happened? And oh my gosh, I got to watch my words for because that's going to have a fallout. I have to watch what I do because that's going to have a fallout. Just, you know what? Try to shed it and try to just go, you know what? I'm just me and I'm going to celebrate every moment right now. I'm going to soak up all the good things. I'm going to let the bad things drift away. And I'm not going to get caught up in my mind about what I need to do in a couple of weeks, what I need to do tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Just right now, this moment, center in your time and really, really absorb all the joy today. Just every little moment. And remember, that's what you're in today. Tomorrow you'll be in a different energy, but that's what you're in today. Woo! Hey, Cam, I see you here, and Debbie, I see you too. I feel like a romper bomb. I don't know. You guys are all too young, but there used to be a show called Romper Room, and she would sit and she go, "And I see so and so and so and so." I used to wait for my name to be called. Karen was a really common name, so I almost always got called. Miss Mary, let's get you done today. Mary, you're sitting in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is up in the north of the medicine wheel. That's actually in our mind. And you remember that one. Oh, cool. So you're sitting in the top of your mind, but you're sitting in the animals, but you're also sitting in balance. You're sitting in that internal knowing of. Ooh, that's a deep one actually right now. And you're also, I want to pull in what the Mayans are saying about that choices. The Mayans say that you're sitting in choices as well. Um, but you've got a big choice to come up with. It's almost like you've come to a roadblock. I see you coming down a road and there's a split and you're at a choice, is split in the road. Which one do I take? It's going to be a life altering decision, whatever you take. So if you go this way, then all these other things are going to unfold. And if you take that way, all these things are going to unfold. But be aware the branches intertwine. So there's pieces that will allow you to hop over to the other branch, and you're not missing out on some of the bigger life lessons. Those branches intertwine, and you will still have those opportunities, but in a different way, a different lens of looking at it. So what I would do is I would do body testing. I should do so, and I tell people over and over, but I'm going to say it again. The best way to body test for me is I sit down, just hold all my energy in, and then I ask myself, I say I love, and then something that I love. So me, I love my animals, and then I say the very same thing in I hate. I hate my animals. Ugh, my body wants to eat, ugh, and I want to throw up. That isn't true. So when you come to this big choice today, and it may seem like a little choice, it's going to turn into a big choice. When you get to that point, ask yourself, I should do this, and feel how your body feels, and then say, I shouldn't do this, and ask your body how it's feeling. Your body will tell you the right path to take because your body knows before your head knows. Ah, I've got a sore throat today. And you're also sitting in loneliness. Feel a little bit lonely today. I don't quite feel like I fit in anywhere. I feel a little bit discombobulated, and you might be questioning, did I make the right choices before? Even if you didn't make a right choice, but you always make a right choice. So um, I guess that would be the first thing. No matter what choices we make, they're always the right choice. Even if it turns out that we have to circle back and redo something, we're still in the right choice because it was the experience we needed. So don't get too worried about, oh my God, what if it's the wrong choice? It's okay. It'll come back around. You're just going to take a little detour for a while to get over there. But you're questioning, I think I made the wrong choice. I think I didn't do something right. You're questioning something that you've done and a path that you're on, maybe that there's a big question there, and you're not quite sure if what you did was correct. So just know absolutely what you did was correct. You may have to redo, you may have to come back and look at it again, but for this time, yes, it was correct. And you're looking at courage. I need a little bit of courage. And I love this photo or this drawing. It's got the plant growing in rock. And we were out in the mountains this summer, and as we were out driving in the mountains, and we were the great big massive rocks and boulders everywhere along this creek. And as we're looking way up high in the top of this rock was this little skinny tree was growing, and no one told that tree that it couldn't grow there, so it grew there. And it's the same thing. Don't let someone tell you you can't grow. You can grow anywhere, and your plant isn't done. So if you made like what you thought, like this little guy, this little plant thought maybe it made a wrong choice. This is sitting in the rock going, I can't possibly flourish in this rock, but it can, and know that you can. So you just made yourself a little bit more challenges, but it doesn't mean that you can't move forward and you can't grow from that. You made the right choice. You're just going to have a different rocky path to get to where you're going. That's all. So celebrate that and celebrate that new learning that you're going to get from all of that. Miss Kim, good morning, my dear. You are sitting in, and I see I got Lacey. Hello. So Kim, good morning. Kim, you are sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. 17 of the great teachers is the Kachinas. The Kachinas form all images of substance. If you were thinking of, like, even this rock, for that matter, this rock has a substance. I can hold it. I can touch it. I can touch me. I've got physical. I can touch me. That's what the Kachinas do. The Kachinas bring all that in, and they give substance and the body, if you will, the things that we touch, so that we can experience what we need to experience. But we can sit down and dance within the kachinas, because that spirit dance, you see people spirit dancing and you're getting caught up in the energy waves. That's also that kachina. So when you're sitting in that beautiful kachina energy that form all images of substance, what do you want to create? That's manifestation. So right now you can manifest. Your manifestation is up so high today. So really, really concentrate on what you manifest, what you want to manifest, but then look at the consequences of what you get. So I want whatever it is that you're really wanting to manifest, and what will it look like when it appears? And look at all the sides of it. And are you afraid of one of those things that will happen if you actually got what you're trying to manifest? And once you own that, your manifestation abilities today are magnified. So get out there and really enjoy that. Play with it a little bit. You're also looking at the great teacher of death, and that is the death and the rebirth. That's that changing of. So that is a beautiful manifestation. When we begin to manifest something, we are birthing it. Oh my gosh, I'm birthing this beautiful thing, and I'm starting to birth it. It's coming alive, and it's what's going to happen. And in order for this manifestation to grow, you got to get rid of the other stuff. So you got to get rid of in order to have. And so allow that purging, get rid. And that purging is really big right now, so that all these new environment, new everything can start birthing. And that's really strong what you're sitting in. You're also sitting in isolation a little bit. And feel a little bit isolated. Are you putting yourself into a little box? Are you locking yourself away from people? You need to get around people. You need to be with people, out with people, and doing things with people, because your energy is needed, but their energy is needed as well, so that you can bring forward this whole new sense of being. It's going to be a wild, beautiful time for you. But today, those energies are really strong. Ooh, Kim, that sounds like a really good one. Um, so now I'm going to go into Debbie. Debbie, good morning, grandmother. It was very big afternoon today. It's a very big afternoon today. I have a question. Are we still on the right path for our grandson? Great question. And let's find out. You're sitting in 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the cycle of natural law. So the cycle of natural law. whatever is happening as there's a cycle to it, right? So fall, you've got to go through spring, summer, winter to get to fall. This cycle that you're working through with your grandson had to go through a cycle, but you're in mid cycle. You haven't kind of reached the end of that, so you're in that throes, but you're on the right path because you're getting, and there's a steady flow there. There's no break in that cycle. It's just that nice little whirl. You're just on that circle. And once you finish that one circle, you're going to go into another and go into another and go into another. And you're going to do it exactly in the right order. And this is feeling really good. It feels like a nice flow. So Debbie, I'm going to say, yes, you're on the right path. You're on the right course. Continue the course and allow the cycle to happen. You could get rocky spots on here, but you're in the right cycle. And you're also sitting in testing. So I'm being tested and I'm testing the waters. So you're testing it, like kind of tapping in. If we try this, is this right? If we try that, is that right? You know in your heart where you want to go, but there's going to be a little bit of fallout. And I do see the fallout, and I do see you pushing the envelope today. I'm going to really be testing the waters, and perhaps someone is testing you today, really pushing your buttons and trying to divert you off path. And it's saying, no, stay on course because your course is correct. And you're also sitting in friendliness. So even though you're sitting in that, remember, you're not by yourself. There's a team player here, and it takes a whole forest. And remember that all your leaves, all your branches intertwine with each other. So yes, you're on the right path for your grandson. Your roots are firmly planted in there. They're intermingling. They're spreading out. But you're also sitting in that beautiful community of, and hold that energy of sitting in that community, because you're not alone. So actually you're really where you're supposed to be right now. So yay, Debbie. Okay, Debbie remembered Romper Room. Oh my God. My kids actually listen to Romper Room too. All the people were changed back from the 50s. So Ah, so anyway, Kim, okay, so I'm now on Lacey. Good morning, Lacey Gray. How are you? Lacey is sitting in 10. 10 is pure intellect and measure. That's smack in the middle of that medicine wheel. And what that is, how do you measure up? How do I measure up to myself? Don't worry how you measure up to someone else. Am I good enough for you? You are always within who you are. And what if you looked in the mirror and you didn't like who you saw, which is what happened to me a lot of times. I would look in the mirror, I would see my eyes, and I wouldn't allow myself to see all of who I was because I didn't like the person looking back. Just make those little tiny changes. But are you the person that you want to be? And if the answer is no, then make those changes that you need. What do I need to move forward? And maybe you just need to start on a healing path. What kind of healing path? That's for you to discover, and know that there's always another step, another move forward in where you're at. But boy, oh boy, you really have a lot of really good stuff to offer the world, and really hold into that beautiful energy of self, of that self-love, self-care. You're also sitting in the great teacher of care. Just said that. So you're sitting in, whoop, there you go, care. But do the self-care stuff. Really, really work inward. Do that self-care. Because at the moment, I think you might be questioning, am I good enough? Am I, and you're always good enough, and you deserve everything possible good in life. You're not being punished. And that is another misconception that we get. God's punishing us, or if you're not a good enough person, then these bad things are going to happen, karma's going to come and get you, and all that. That's just fear, this fear mongering that we as humans just put on each other. Spirit doesn't want to hurt you. Spirit wants to move forward, but we do have to fall down a few times, back up. And if you've fallen down, dust yourself up and go, oh, that was a ride, and I'm going to move forward. And I'm not going to worry about what other people judge on me and throw at me. I'm just going to walk within myself. And if you need help and you find that you're not walking strong on your own, please reach out to me, info@shamanicreiki.ca. There's some little tricks that we can do along the way. And I do have an online program starting. Maybe that would help you, because it gets you that foundation energy of moving forward. So this is something to think about too. And it's on Zoom, and there's videos and all kinds of fun stuff. And that might be your beginning. You're walking into that teaching of not to be a shaman, but to get tools that you can move forward and feel complete within yourself. Because you don't have to get judged by other people. You're also sitting in the traveling, and I see that you um but traveling is more in the mind right now. I see you looking in. It's almost like you're outside a wall, looking in a window and watching other people play out what you wish was happening to you. And you're from the outside looking in, and you're always wondering, will I ever be that person on the inside? And being a part of that. And yes, you will. And yes, there's all of that is available to you. But right now you got foundation work to do. So sit in that foundation work. Today, the only thing you do today is sit, go out and talk to a tree. If that's all you can do, go out and talk to a tree. The other thing, and it's not an infomercial here, but there's all these free videos on my in my library here, and go to the videos. There's the teachings of the great teachers. There's the teachings of the power animals, the teachings of the earth count. That's the basic. That's where I start everybody off. Start with those, and then do the journey work. There's a drum journey video where you can watch and listen, and allow yourself to relax and go into that beautiful energy and let the drum take you on a beautiful path. There's no charge to that. Just do it and watch all that stuff. It sets you up for success. And that's what we want to do right now. I want to set you up for success. I hope that helps you. Oh boy, that was a big one. Catherine. Hi, Catherine Lewis. Good morning, my dear. I haven't think you might be new because I don't recognize the name. Catherine, you are sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 are the blah, 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 Shinamiya. The Shinamiya is the keeper of the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is our book of life, what we wrote into our book of life. I have a different spin on our book of life in because I go in pretty deep in some of the shamanic stuff, and I go into deep shamanic journey and really speak deep guides. How this book of life, in my opinion, and what I have been shown, is it's not like I'm planning out today I'm going to go to the supermarket and all these things are going to happen. But I have a great teacher is my chapter of this, whatever, and every year is a new chapter of what is your theme. And so for me, and then we have an overall book theme, but your chapter of your theme is what I'm looking at right now. So let's see what your this year, this birth year. So whatever year you're in, that's the birth year. And you're sitting in sex, this birth year of you. So that's the chapter called sex. But sex has many forms. Sex isn't just the act of sex. Sex is that sexual energy of masculine and feminine. Sex is also that energy of your hand, of your body. Be aware of your body. I want you to just stop and spend some time actually touching, and each day pick a different body parts till you get the whole body done. But let's start with the head. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to gently run my fingers across my head. I'm going to feel all the little hairs on my skin. I'm going to feel all the little scars. For me, I got lots of scars. I was in a house fire, and you wouldn't know it, but I've got some, I don't know, it's on this side. I've got some scarring down here. I used to wear a pressure mask when I was a kid for over a year. I spent 6 months in the burn unit in Winnipeg. And so I've got scars, and I have my whole face is all skin graft. So but I look at those scars, and I go, you know what, this is part of who I am. And then thank you to the cadavers who I got the skin from, and just experience all this beautiful skin, and just gently caress yourself. You know, when you get a brand new baby and you just touch that newness, that's so, I just love you so much. Give that to yourself. Just spend all day, just like 10 minutes just doing your face. And then tomorrow, 10 minutes doing your neck. And the next day, 10 minutes doing my arms, 10 minutes on your hands, and start working through your body. That is where you're at this time. You need to get in touch with you, with this beautiful body lodge that you've got. Every wrinkle, every scar, every mark, everything is a part of who you are. Celebrate that, and love yourself. That's what you're sitting in. It's a pretty cool one, and I really I teach the Sheena Mia teachings in my courses because it's so powerful. And you're also sitting in, tuning in, which is exactly what I said. That's that tuning into your body, tuning into who you are, tuning. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about all that chitter chatter in the background. See that? You're going to get that from everybody. You're going to get it from people. You're going to get it from yourself. You're going to get that. Don't worry about that. Let it go. Let all those chitter chatters go away, and then just sit in the beauty of who you are, just that one piece of your body each day. And let me tell you, it's a big experience. There was a time, I swear to God, there was a time that I hated the person looking in the mirror. That was me. And as I started to unfold and get so that I could actually sit in who I was and enjoy who I was, I didn't feel the need to become someone I wasn't. It was to sit in that beautiful energy and that beautiful natural flow of who we are. So that's what you're sitting in, and I would encourage you to do that for like every day for 10 minutes a day until you've done your entire body. It is so important to be in touch with who we are, and don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't what other people, our expectations are. You are absolutely perfect the way you are. The perfect imperfect is absolutely perfect. If you can do it that way, and always remember you are exactly the way you were meant to be, and we all are. And I know it's funny because I have a lot of friends who have very big families, and go on Facebook and I see these wonderful photos of all these things all these people are doing, all the family is doing, and they're you go, oh my God, it's so wonderful. They're doing all these things. I've got my family. I'm disconnected from my family. So my kids don't, one son doesn't exactly appreciate what I'm doing. Another son really could care less. I've got grandchildren who just totally don't do any of this stuff either. It's video games and that. I've got one granddaughter who's really into animals, and that's great. But it's okay. Allow them to be them, because we don't have to make them fit our lifestyle or our who we are. But get out and don't chastise yourself. Be full within your own heart, because your heart space is very, very valuable, and you're valuable. I hope that helps, Christine. Paul, hello, grandmother. Out doing yard work. Ooh, love yard work. So get in out there with Mother Earth. I've got one little light in my blind, and it's coming right on me. It's that time in the morning, and as the sun is coming up a little later, and we're getting all this stuff here in Alberta. We have drastic days and nights, so our time period is in the heat at the height of our light time. We can go, I don't know, 14 hours of all daylight, and now it's kind of changing a little bit. So so you're going to get that sun on me. I'm going to try to block it for tomorrow. So you're getting 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is in the north of the medicine wheel. That is the spirit of all animals, but you're sitting in instinct. You've got that internal instinct. Hey, check underneath as you're doing your yard work today, Paul. I'm seeing, I don't know if there's wood around you, but I'm seeing, pick something up. You might see a baby somewhere, whether it be a baby squirrel, a baby mouse, a baby, I don't know. But you might see, or an animal of some kind. Is there snakes in your area? There's something underneath a piece of wood or a pile of wood. And I don't know, I have no idea where you live or anything like that, but that's what it's showing me. So be careful that you don't just grab something and pull it, because there could be something underneath it that you should be aware of. That's interesting. Please let me know how that one works out. And that's okay. I will look out. Thank you. You're also sitting. This ain't good. You're also sitting in pain. So if you're gonna watch, maybe that was the whole thing. Watch for what's underneath things today because something might happen, or there a potential of something could happen. And maybe I don't know. Just and you're also sitting in the teacher of pain. So pain doesn't always come from the physical, but I have a feeling this is pain from the physical. So I don't know if you're either going to have something fall on you, you're going to I don't know, but there could be something that kind of calls your attention and says, "Hey, pay attention to this." So just watch out for that. No, you're sitting in that, but you're also sitting a little bit of guilt, and so there might be a little bit of mind wandering as you're doing your yard work. It's always great. I always do that. It's the daydreaming, and I sit in that daydream. Whoop, whoop. I sit in that daydream energy a lot, and so that. But there's a little bit of guilt for something. So as you're doing it, you may understand there is some sort of a guilt system coming up. If you are feeling any guilt today at all, then just go ahead and write it down, write what you feel guilty about, and then either burn it, smush it up, rip it up, do whatever you want to get rid of it, but allow it to go back to Mother Earth because you don't have to feel guilty about whatever it is that's going on internally here. So allow that to just escape. I have music going. I love that. Music is my friend. I love getting into the beautiful energy of that music. So yeah, so you might find yourself reminiscing and feeling a little guilty about things. It's okay. Just allow it to feel. That's all part of life, right? Being a human, and don't carry the guilt with you because we don't need to carry guilt, man. That's like a big burden that we carry on ourselves. And now I'm into Dizzy Stitches Crochet. I love that. I love that. And I think you've been on before. Say Dizzy Stitches. Hi grandmother. My message for me. Your message for me. I love it. So let's see what we got for you today. Oh, you got little tiny stone today. And you are sitting in number 5. What is it like to be a human? That sits in the earth count. It's smack in the middle of the earth count. And we have the 5, 10, 15, and 20 that all sit in the middle of the earth count. And you're sitting right in there. And it's what is it like to be human? It's you're in for a real human experience today. And you could end up having a lot of stuff thrown your way. I'm going to actually see the great teacher that you're sitting in as well, because that you're sitting. Oh, you're not sitting in a great teacher today. You're sitting in water, the element of water. And you might feel like you're in over your head today. I've gotten myself started on something, and all of a sudden, that little thing that was only supposed to be ankle deep is now suffocating me. It's up over my head, and I'm finding I'm kind of floating, and I'm trying to get up here. You're a Cancer. Okay. You know, it's funny. I don't know a lot about astrology. I'm a Libra, but but that's about as far as it goes. But that's cool. But you are sitting in, I feel a little bit overwhelmed. I've started something. I've gotten into something. It was supposed to be small, and now all of a sudden I feel like I'm floating over my head. I'm letting literally I have to dog paddle or bring myself up just to catch air. So allow yourself slowly to dig into what it is that you've gotten yourself overwhelmed in, and just get one tiny thing today towards that, so that you can slowly bring that water level down, so that you can start walking again on high ground. And you're also in sharing the experience. Ask for help. If don't try doing it alone, you have to do it alone. No has to work alone. We all work in teams, and get out there and ask for help if you feel overwhelmed by what it is you've gotten yourself into. And someone else could have another advice for you. They can, not that they're going to do it for you, but they can assist you in some ideas, or even just simply support. So sending out all love today, so that you can hold that support system as you navigate what it is that you're feeling a little bit over my head in. So that's where you're sitting today. Let's see what you're sitting in tomorrow. So don't forget, every morning at 8 o'clock Alberta time, so that's Mountain Standard Time, I come on and I do a stone reading. I hope you guys enjoy it. Grandmother, um, Leo tomorrow, Sweet. Just kidding. I'm 59. Wow. That's funny. Um, yeah, I've been fighting. My boyfriend and I left home, so kind of just feeling, there you go. Yeah, but slept on friend's couch last night. I'm sending you all kinds of love, Dizzy Stitches, because um, it can feel a little overwhelming. And I know right now it is overwhelming, but just like I said, it just ask for help one day at a time, and you can get your feet back on the ground pretty soon. But you need to work through what you're working through to get established again, and just oh my God, here we go, right? Just go for the flow. And now that you're in the water, just float with it instead of fighting against it. Just float with it and go, you know what? This is what's happening. This is where I am. I'm loved. I'm supported. Even when it feels like we're not loved and supported, look inward because our guides are always with us. And if you have to hug yourself, just rock this. And I'll tell you, I tell people to do this all the time. Hug yourself and rock. And if you can get out, touch a tree, touch a tree and talk to the tree and let the tree know all your worries because you don't need to carry them. It's an extra burden. Life can be hard sometimes, but if you can give that extra shit to the animals, to the trees, just allow it to go away, you can sit in a little bit more comfort inside and know that you aren't alone. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your animal guides are always with you and sending out so much love. Um, I think that's about it. Whoa, we made it. So please like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I'm trying to get my viewers up. We'll see how that goes. I'm not the most polished person, and that's the one thing you'll notice about me. I'm just me. I'm just me who I am. I don't put makeup on and put a big show on when I come and chat. It's like you're sitting in my living room and we're just having a conversation, and that's who I am. That's what I am. If you were to ask me any one thing, any advice is be yourself. Don't try being the plastic. Don't try fitting into boxes, and don't limit yourself because you think you can't do. Just do you. And that's what the world needs is more you. Just celebrate you. And we need to celebrate each other and hold each other because as a community, we are so strong. If you take one twig, you can snap it. But if you take three, four, five, six twigs together, you can't break them. And that's what we are as community, as people. Please don't let society, let all the giga that's going around in cyber world, don't let it break us apart. Let's just stay together, strong and sturdy, because that's how we get through this lifetime of being human. Celebrate each other. Aho, this is Grandmother Dances in the Night Skies. And I love you all and take care. And we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay, take care. Bye bye.